Look at me for a second. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your standards. And before you get defensive, stay with me. This isn't about shaming you, it's about leverage. Let me prove it. How many times have you set a goal, felt motivated, started strong, and then restarted 2 weeks later? A new plan, new routine, new Monday, same result. That's not a motivation issue. It's not even a discipline gene you're missing. It's this. You're trying to raise your ceiling while your floor is weak. And ceilings don't matter when the floor collapses. Most people have ambitious ceilings. Very few have strong floors. Here's the difference. A goal is something you want. A standard is something you refuse to drop below. That distinction changes everything. Because when you're tired, stressed, discouraged, you don't rise to your goals. You fall to your standards. Let me make this personal. I used to say I wanted consistency. I had goals written down, morning routines mapped out, vision boards. But my real standard was this. If I miss once, I'll just reset next week. That was the rule I was actually living by. So when I got tired or busy or uncomfortable, I didn't fall to my goals. I fell to what I tolerated. And that realization, man, it hit hard. My problem wasn't ambition, it was allowance. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. What is the minimum standard you've accepted for your life? Not your dream standard, your actual minimum. The level you default to when no one's watching. That is your real identity. Because standards are identity in action. Your nervous system loves predictability. It doesn't care if that predictability is success or self-sabotage. If your standard is, I skip when I'm tired, I quit when it gets hard, I negotiate when it's inconvenient, your brain will protect that pattern. Not because you're weak, but because that's what you've trained it to expect. And so here's the shift. Most people try to increase intensity, but discipline isn't built through intensity. It's built through consistency of standards. Here's how this works in real life. Stop raising the ceiling. Start raising the floor. Instead of, I'm working out on every day, your standard becomes, I never miss twice. Instead of waking up at 4:30 a.m. no matter what, your standard becomes, I don't hit the snooze more than once. Instead of going all in, your standard becomes, I finish what I schedule. That's the floor. And floors build identity. Every time you meet a standard, you're telling yourself, it's not for a goal. This is who I am. Here's the line I want you to remember. Raising your standards, it does not mean doing more. It means refusing to drop lower. That's the game. Because when your worst day still includes execution, self-trust compounds. And once self-trust compounds, discipline stops feeling forced. It becomes structural, stable, predictable. You don't need bigger goals. You need stronger standards. Because the version of you that wins, it isn't the one who gets excited. It's the one who refuses to fall below the line. And most people never consciously draw that line. That's why I built the discipline reset. Not to make you extreme, not to make you perfect, but to help you build your floor. Small, repeatable, kept promises. Because once your standards rise, your identity follows. And once your identity shifts, oh man, discipline stops being something you chase. It becomes something you are. If that's what you're ready for, the link is below.